Hello, everyone. We're going to continue on with the Iliad. I want to make sure that you're understanding what I'm asking of you for your homework. I know that names and places in the Iliad, the Greeks, the Trojans, the gods and goddesses are all in your literature book. However, when we go back, if and when we go back to school at the end of after May 15th, and you have your test on the Iliad, you're not going to have your textbook there with you. I may say just use your notes. It is imperative that you write this information into your notebook. So if you have not written down the names, the Greek names, the Trojans, the gods and goddesses, you need to do that and get that done. Because that's what's going to be covered on this one. So you're a little bit behind if you have not done that yet. Okay, so now we're talking about the Trojans. The historians believed for centuries that the city of Troy and the Trojan people were legendary creations of Homer and the Bronze Greeks. However, the discovery of the ruins of Troy in the 1870s by archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann led to the conclusion that the historical city of Troy and people really did it actually existed. Troy was a significant town in ancient times because of its strategic position as a crossroads between Europe and the East. Okay, the ruins of Troy are located near the Dardanelles in present-day Turkey. Andromache is Hector's wife. Astyanax is the son of Hector and Andromache. Cassandra is the daughter of King Priam, who has the gift of prophecy. Hector is a Trojan prince and the greatest warrior in all of Troy. Hecuba is queen of Troy. Idaeus is the herald of the Trojans. Paris is the Trojan prince who abducts Helen. Pergamus is the citadel or the fortress of Troy. Priam is the king of Troy. And the Scian Gate is the gateway into the city of Troy. Now we also have some gods and goddesses that are talked about here in the Iliad here. And we're going to go over them real quickly before we go on any further as well. The gods and goddesses were very much like humans except for their immortality. They were all subjects of Zeus, but even Zeus sometimes deferred to fate. The gods used as explanations for both events and natural phenomena were also sources of guidance, protection, and in assistance as well. Aphrodite is the goddess of love and beauty. She sides with the Trojans. Apollo is the god of youth, music, prophecy, archery, and the sun. He is called Phoebus as well. Apollo, from the Greek word, means shining, comes shining. He helps the Trojans. We have Ares, which is the god of war, and he takes a side with Aphrodite. We have Artemis, which is a goddess of hunting, wild animals, and the moon, and she helps the Trojans. We have Athena, the goddess of wisdom, arts, crafts, and war. She's also called Pallas Athena. She sides with the Greeks. Hades is the god of the underworld. We have Hephaestus, which is the god of fire and metalworking. Hera, which is the goddess of marriage, Zeus's wife, and the queen of the gods. She sides with the Greeks. Hermes, which is god of travels, thieves, and messenger of the gods. Olympus is the highest mountain in Greece, and it's the homes of the gods and the goddesses. We also have Poseidon, which is the god of the sea, and he favors the Greeks, who are seafaring people. We have Thetis, which is a sea goddess, the mother of Achilles. And we have Zeus, which is the god of the sky, weather, the king of all the gods. He favors the Trojans, but has to be neutral in order to pacify Hera, his wife, who sides with the Greeks. The Iliad and the Odyssey are two great classic epics that are attributed to Homer. According to tradition, Homer was a blind poet who lived around the 8th century BC. The events recounted in both epics were legendary even in Homer's time. The background for both poems was the Trojan War, a long conflict between the Greeks and the Trojans, which had taken place around 1200 BC. Historians believe that the reason for the Trojan War was actually economic. Although the Trojan War lasted 10 years, the Iliad only deals with 51 days during the last year of the war. According to the legend, the war began over a woman who became known as Helen of Troy. And I'm going to end there, and we'll pick this up again tomorrow. But remember, I need notes on all the information I've given you, even if it is in your book. Thank you. Have a great night.